Warning: the following program contains bright, flashing lights and/or imagery that may cause discomfort and/or seizures. For those with photosensitive epilepsy, viewer discretion is advised. And right down in the corner, you will see the flashing, or not flashing, but the sign that tells you when that part of the video is going to be coming up. It only happens twice within this video. Welcome, everybody. I hope you all had a great week. But it's Friday. That means it's spooky videos. And right now we have 17 scary videos that caught something that you weren't supposed to see. It's brought to us by Sir Spooks. And without further ado, let's get to the video.
Hello everyone, my name is Sir Spooks, and today we'll take a look at 17 scary videos. But before we begin, make sure to subscribe to my channel for more scary content. Alright, with that said, let's begin.
Number 17.
I think it's pretty safe to say that many people don't find hospitals to be very
I hate
comforting places.
hospitals.
As a matter of fact, a lot of people find them pretty unsettling. If you're one of those people, then this video we're about to look at probably won't help much.
Oh, God.
The video was posted to the Paranormal Encounter subreddit by a user known as NoTower5558 and showcases the 4th floor of an undisclosed hospital that was apparently closed down many years ago. According to the uploader, security experienced this while doing their rounds.
You need to come to 369 because we're experiencing a ghost.
Big time.
Literally.
Alright, we just got flashing lights. Not the TV pops on. Okay.
Ethel?
Well, there it goes again.
Ethel, what's wrong with you tonight? What? What's wrong, Ethel?
Where is the
As you can see throughout the video, multiple lights can be seen flickering on
Alright,
and
so
off.
I mean, this one wasn't too scary, so maybe I can go a whole video without being too scared and jumping out of my skin. Unlike the last
in the
one.
room. At one point, a television even appears to turn on by itself. What also makes the footage interesting is that the hospital workers can be heard asking, "Ethel, what's wrong with you tonight?" implying this may not be the first strange incident they've experienced on the abandoned floor. The atmosphere of the video alone is enough to
Drawing
make
the
it feel
witch,
eerie,
days of our
especially knowing
lives.
the area has supposedly been closed off for years. Of course, there could still be more ordinary explanations behind some of what's happening, especially in an older hospital where electrical issues wouldn't exactly be uncommon. Even so, the workers' reactions make it seem like this wasn't entirely normal to them either. So who exactly is Ethel, and why do the workers seem so familiar with these strange occurrences?
Ethel probably died in that
Whatever
room.
the explanation may be, it's definitely a creepy video to watch late at night.
This was a good one. Not too scary, didn't see anything pop up. Number 16.
Over on TikTok, a man named Nolan Brock posted a video to his account back in February of 2023 that showcases a piece of home security camera footage taken inside his living room. Nolan says he had accidentally fallen asleep on the couch at the time of the recording and mentioned that
You
when
got
he
an
reviewed the
Xbox
footage
controller.
afterward, it genuinely terrified him.
Eh. And the door keeps opening. Well, that's an asshole ghost. I thought we were gonna see a little hand. Like,
At first, we can hear strange noises coming from the doors as they slowly begin moving on their own. Nolan appears to wake up briefly and look around before eventually falling back asleep on the couch. A little while later, the footage cuts ahead to another moment when Nolan is asleep once again. This time, one of the doors suddenly slams shut loudly,
Yeah.
instantly jolting him awake in confusion as he tries to figure out what just happened. The build-up beforehand is what makes the clip feel especially unsettling. The doors don't immediately slam shut right away, but instead seem to move gradually at first before the louder incident happens later on. It's easy to see why some viewers interpreted this as some kind of paranormal activity, especially with how forcefully the door closes the second time around. Of course, there could still be a more ordinary explanation behind what happened, whether it was airflow inside the house or something else off camera that isn't obvious from the footage alone.
Wait, did he have a dog?
Even so, the way the door moves and eventually slams shut still looks fairly unnatural,
Yeah,
which is a big
right
part
here.
of why the clip unsettled so many viewers. So what do you think
That little
happened
thing's
here?
like, I'm
Was
going.
this some kind of ghostly encounter, or just a strange coincidence caught on camera?
Number 15.
Over on the cryptid subreddit, a user posted a video that's sure to get your skin crawling. In the description of the post, the uploader explains that he and his friend regularly go on late-night walks and often talk about paranormal topics while they're out. One night, after the uploader left to go to the gym, his friend decided to walk home alone and took the long, spooky way, snapping random pictures along the way like they usually do. According to the post, the friend originally thought he may have photographed an animal, but after increasing the exposure of the image, they noticed something much stranger standing in the darkness. The uploader also insists the image was 100% unedited, other than the exposure increase, and mentions that when they returned to the area the following night, they heard noises that made them feel like they were being followed.
Alright. There's some eyes, as you can see, right here. Oh, there's a body. Yeah.
As you can see, there definitely appears to be something standing off in the distance, though what exactly it is remains completely unclear. The silhouette and shape of the figure look unusual enough to immediately stand out once you notice it.
It could be a
To me,
skinwalker.
it almost resembles the popular creepypasta turned urban legend
The rake.
known as the Rake.
Okay, the rake.
Though of course it could easily be
Yeah.
something far
Or
more
a crackhead.
ordinary as well. There is the possibility that the figure is simply a person partially obscured by darkness and the increased exposure of the image, which can sometimes make shapes appear much stranger than they really are. Still, the shape of the figure
But
is
would the
unsettling
eyes
enough
glow?
to make the image difficult to completely brush off. So what do you think this creature could be?
That's the
If
thing,
you
the
have any
eyes are
theories
just
or possible
glowing right
explanations,
there.
be sure to let me know down in the comments.
Animals' eyes glow. Number 14.
Reddit user Iron Baboon posted a video to the UFO subreddit showcasing some eerie footage filmed on March 25th, 2026 at around 7 p.m. in Doha, Qatar. The clip was recorded during a thunderstorm
And how do we
doesn't
feel
waste much
about
time getting right to the strange
UFOs and aliens? I know they're real. Or at least I think they're real. Feel deep in my gut that they're real. But a lot of the spacecraft that you see is just
Throughout the
the
short
US
video,
government
3 glowing
screwing
orbs can be
around.
seen moving around in the sky in the middle of the storm. Despite the heavy weather conditions, the lights appear distinct and separate from the lightning flashing throughout the clouds.
So we're gonna
The way
do
the
a
orbs
warning
move is what really stands
for the
out.
flashing.
They don't seem to behave like flashes of lightning or random reflections, which is why many viewers immediately connected the footage to UFOs or some kind of unexplained aerial phenomenon. Of course, there's always the possibility that the lights belong to some kind of conventional aircraft or another more ordinary object in the sky. But because of this storm and the limited quality of the footage, it's nearly impossible to say for certain what's actually being captured here. Even so, the way the three orbs appear, moving through the clouds, still gives the clip a very mysterious feel. So what do you think these mysterious lights were? Could they really be connected to UFOs, or was this something
I mean,
else
of course it
entirely?
could be a UFO, unidentified flying object. But is it a space UFO? Nah. Number 13.
A woman named Ricky Hill posted a video to her TikTok account in June of 2025 and walks viewers through a very bizarre and creepy incident that allegedly happened inside her home back in 2019. The home security camera footage starts off relatively uneventful, but within seconds, things begin to feel much more unsettling.
You will see as the light dims and then brightens, and then it will dim again, and then it will brighten again. And if you look past, like towards the kitchen area, right about, let's see, one more time maybe. Right now, you'll see her. You can see her coming through.
Oh,
She comes, turns
she's
around,
right over here.
walks past towards the kitchen area again. And then you'll see an orb dip out at the end. Also, if your brightness is not turned up, make sure to turn that up, or else you can miss her.
Orb
As you can
came
see,
over here,
the lights inside the house
flew over
continuously
here.
dim and brighten over and over again, creating a pretty eerie atmosphere throughout the footage. But that isn't even the strangest part of the video. Right around here, what appears to be some kind of ghostly woman can briefly
It's
be
right
seen
here.
walking through the
You
house,
can see her face,
passing by the kitchen area,
and then
before
boom, right
seemingly
back, and then she
disappearing
just
from view.
darts over.
The figure is faint, but visible enough to immediately stand out once you notice it moving through the frame. In the description of the post, Ricky claims that the woman's name was Mary and says she used to live in the house next door. According to the story, Mary was allegedly involved in an affair with multiple men, including one who supposedly lived in the very house Ricky now lives in. Ricky also claims that Mary's husband later found out and allegedly ended up killing the man. Unfortunately, Ricky never shared where this information came from, or whether any of the story could actually be verified. Even so, if there's any truth to it at all, it definitely adds another layer of unease to the footage. Of course, there's also the possibility that the figure is simply a trick of lighting, camera exposure, or video compression, especially with the lights flickering throughout the clip. Still, the way the shape moves through the kitchen makes the footage difficult
You got
to completely
legs.
ignore.
I don't think
So
it's
what
just
do you think was captured
flickering,
inside Ricky's
because the
home?
flickering is
Was this
here,
really the
and you
spirit
don't
of
see
someone
that.
connected to the house?
That's
or just an
completely
eerie
different
coincidence
flickering.
caught on camera?
And you can see a face. We got a ghost. Number 12. Like a legit
On
ghost.
December 25th, 2025, a TikTok account known as Urban Explorers posted a video showing them wandering through a forest when they suddenly came across a strange hole in the ground. Curious about what might be inside, they decided to climb down and explore the tunnel-like area beneath it.
See, I don't do
which,
that.
as you might expect, turned out to be a pretty bad idea.
Oh, God. Where'd it say? Okay. We found that. Did they see the thing that just popped up at their head and then...
According to the explorers, they immediately started feeling uneasy once they entered the tunnel, even mentioning that it felt like they were having a panic attack while walking through the area. Despite that feeling, they continued deeper inside. Then, right around the 18-second
Yeah,
mark,
like
if you look
right
carefully
here.
toward the end of the tunnel, you can make out what appears to be some kind of pale face,
Yeah,
staring directly back at them from
right
the
there.
darkness. The figure is difficult to fully make out, but it's visible enough to immediately stand out once you
Yeah, I
notice
saw
it.
that.
It's
Bright
easy to
glowing
see why some
eyes?
viewers found
What
the clip
the hell?
genuinely creepy, especially because the face appears surprisingly clear once spotted.
Ugh.
Of course, there's also the possibility that the entire thing was staged or edited as a hoax. At the same
It was
time,
really quick.
if the face hadn't actually been added in afterward, it does raise the question of how the uploader supposedly never noticed something so obvious while filming and editing the video. So what do you think was hiding at the end of that tunnel? Was it simply a hoax or something far creepier?
I mean, I would hope it's a hoax, and those things don't live in tunnels. Number 11.
Over on TikTok, a man named Kyle Anthony posted a piece of home security camera footage filmed inside his house late at night, during what seemed like a completely peaceful evening. Despite the video starting off normal, it doesn't take very long for things to
Alright,
become
we got
a
an
little
orb.
unsettling.
Or a speck of dust right up here. Kitty. Yep, orb. Alright, chair's moving. Another orb. Another orb. Another orb. A lot of orbs.
Right around here, one of the chairs in the kitchen area suddenly appears to move all on its own.
Right here.
What also makes the moment interesting is that Kyle's cat doesn't really seem to react to it at all. The movement itself is subtle, but noticeable enough to immediately stand out once you see it happen. A second clip filmed later that night shows even more strange activity
orb right
taking
there.
place in the kitchen.
Kitty. Oh, another kitty. Orb. Orb. Orb.
The fact that both incidents reportedly happened on the same
back
night
here, I didn't even
definitely
see
makes
that.
the footage feel a bit more eerie, especially with objects seemingly moving without anyone nearby. Of course, there could still be a more ordinary explanation behind what's happening here, whether it's something off camera, vibrations in the house, or another detail not obvious from the footage alone. Even so, the timing and movement
Like,
of both
definitely a
clips
lot
are
of
strange
orbs.
enough to leave viewers questioning it. So what do you think was happening inside Kyle's kitchen that night? Could this really be some kind of paranormal activity, or is there another explanation behind it?
They were having a party in there. Number 10.
On February 7th, 2026, a TikTok user known as Paranormal Empress posted a video to her account explaining that she was simply trying to take a picture to show her husband that the kitchen light had been left on, when much to her surprise, she captured this.
Oh, damn! Look at that bastard! That's full on.
It's hard to deny just how eerie the image looks.
Ugh.
The figure definitely resembles a person, but at the same time, there's something about it that feels strangely
The
off,
face is
almost like
just
some kind of ghostly apparition
stretched out.
standing in the room. The shape of the face and body are faint, yet still clear enough to immediately catch your attention once you notice them in the photo.
That's deep.
The uploader goes on to say that in her opinion, the figure resembles Anne Boleyn, who she claims is actually one of her relatives. When placing the two images side by side, there does appear to be at least some resemblance between the faces.
The nose is
Some
wrong.
viewers believe the image could simply be a hoax, with the ghostly figure digitally edited into the photo afterward. That said, others feel the image looks convincing enough to at least make them question it. So what do you think was captured in this photo? Could it really be some kind of ghostly figure, or is there another explanation behind the image?
It's definitely a ghostly figure. Number 9.
TikTok user WillowHunter74 says that on the night of March 12, 2026, they were suddenly awoken at around 3 o'clock in the morning after thinking they heard the downstairs tap running. Curious and a little unsettled, WillowHunter decided to check the home security camera footage to see if anything unusual had happened during the night. This is what was reportedly captured.
Oh, do you see the face in that door? Right there? And the door opens, of course. And it's just a closet. Alright,
The footage first
right
shows
there.
a teddy bear suddenly falling
Face,
from a chair before a
chair
short while
falls,
later,
door
a nearby
opens.
door opens on its own. Neither moment is especially dramatic on its own, but together they create a pretty eerie atmosphere, especially knowing the incidents supposedly happened in the
He's
middle of
not
the
gonna
night,
mention the
while
face that was
everyone
in the
was
door?
asleep. Unfortunately, there isn't a whole lot of extra context provided with the video beyond the uploader hearing what sounded like running water earlier
Yeah,
that
see?
night.
A face right
Of
there.
course, there could still be other
Face right
explanations behind
there.
what's happening in the footage.
Disappears, then
Even
that
so,
falls down,
seeing
then the
both
door
incidents
opens.
happen in the same clip is enough to make the video feel unsettling. So what do you think was happening inside Willow Hunter's house that night? Could this really have been paranormal activity or just a strange coincidence caught on camera?
Because when the door moves open, the face is gone. Number 8.
This eerie video was posted to TikTok on February 11th, 2026 by a user known as Joe the Wheels and showcases footage filmed by his mother back in 2019 who seemingly encountered something strange while simply trying to relax at home one night.
No, this is just bad camera, but let's see. That him snoring? Okay, there's a head right there. I hope it's him snoring and not that thing breathing.
Even though the footage is fairly blurry and difficult to make out clearly, if you look closely right around here, you can see what appears to be some kind of ghostly head peering down from the ceiling. The figure is only visible for a brief moment, but once you notice it, it becomes pretty hard to ignore. What makes the clip especially unsettling is the positioning of the face itself, almost as if something is watching from above in complete silence.
I don't breathe that heavy, so
Of course, there could
I hope
still
that's
be
not
another explanation
the
behind
thing
what's
there
being seen in the
breathing.
footage, especially given the low quality of the video. Even so, the shape visible near the ceiling definitely gives the clip a creepy atmosphere. Unfortunately, it's unclear what happened after the video ended, but hopefully Joe's mother never had to experience anything like this again. So what do you think was captured in this video? Was it really some kind of ghostly figure, or just a trick of the lighting and camera quality?
I mean, it did just pop up. Number 7.
This next video is only a couple of seconds long, but that's more than enough time for it to leave viewers scratching their heads. The video was posted to TikTok by user Midget87 and shows footage from what is presumably the uploader's front yard in the middle of the night. Everything seems quiet and uneventful until suddenly this happens.
Tell me in not tripping. I guess he said, I'm not tripping. Alright. We got the dude with the hat just walking right through the fence.
Right around here, a very tall figure can be seen walking across the yard before disappearing from view just a few seconds later.
Definitely looks like a
What
hat.
immediately stands out is the apparent height of the figure. According to the uploader, the fence visible in the footage stands around 6 feet tall, which would make the figure appear significantly taller than an average person.
So he's at least
The movement
10
itself is also unusual.
feet?
The figure doesn't seem to stop or react to anything, instead continuing across the yard. Some viewers have even suggested that the figure resembles one of the many tall humanoid entities often reported in paranormal stories and urban legends. Without additional footage or context, it's difficult to know exactly what we're looking at here. Even so, if the fence really is 6 feet tall, the apparent size of the figure is what continues to catch people's attention. Sadly, there isn't much context available beyond what we see in the video itself, but there definitely appears to be something moving through the uploader's yard that doesn't look quite right. So what do you think was captured here? Was it really some kind of ghostly entity, or something else entirely?
What do you guys think? Number 6.
Natalie Hopkins runs a YouTube channel where she typically posts videos of herself exploring abandoned buildings and other allegedly haunted locations, documenting her experiences for her audience. The video we'll be looking at today sees her traveling to Bel Air, Ohio, to investigate reports of paranormal activity inside the supposedly haunted Ross house. The video itself is over an hour long and contains a number of eerie moments, but perhaps the most intriguing occurs around the 44-minute mark. Natalie and several others are sitting in the basement, attempting to communicate with a possible spirit, when suddenly this happens.
Could you give us a sign if anyone is here? Maybe one of the balls, light them up.
Just
move 'em.
pushes one over.
Could you give us a sign if anyone is here?
Oh,
Maybe one of the balls,
the shirt
light them up.
right here
move 'em. Could
was
you
grabbed.
give us a sign if anyone is here? Maybe one of the balls, light them up.
Out of nowhere, Natalie's blouse appears to move on its own, almost as if something is tugging on it. What's particularly interesting is her immediate reaction. She quickly notices the movement and turns around looking genuinely confused by what just happened. The timing of the moment is what makes it stand out. The group is actively attempting to communicate with the spirit when the movement occurs.
I mean, also,
making
it's
it
being
easy to
pulled
see
out of
why
her
some viewers
pants
believe
and
they
then
may have
falls.
received the response. At the same time, moments like this are always open to interpretation, especially when viewed through a camera. Still, the movement is unusual enough that it has sparked plenty of discussion among viewers.
And there's
As
no
for what may
wind.
have caused Natalie's blouse to move, that's something
She
we'll
didn't
probably
lean
never
forward.
know for certain. So what do you think happened in the basement of the Ross house that
She
night?
was touched.
Was it a genuine paranormal encounter or something else
Touched
entirely?
by an angel. Or a ghost. Number 5.
On December 16, 2025, a woman on TikTok named Abby Dewitt posted a video to her account in which she explains that her autistic son, who was still awake at 1 o'clock in the morning, suddenly began screaming that the elf moved. It's a pretty uncomfortable video to watch, as you can hear genuine
Here's her
fear in the young boy's voice
elf, I
while he
think.
points toward the elf.
Alright, where's the elf over here? Sorry. Oh, over here. Right down here.
If you look carefully, you can see what appears to be the elf's foot moving. What's interesting is that the movement seems somewhat independent from the rest of the elf, making it stand out to many viewers. At first glance, it's easy to see why the boy thought something strange was happening.
Alright,
A second
doesn't
video
look
was
like a
posted
foot.
later on in which the boy's mother offered an explanation for what happened.
Just gonna say that.
Okay, so here's the mischievous little elves. The night prior, we had them swinging from the ceiling fan by a string, and if you zoom in there, you'll see the string wrapped around the candle. So he was literally just dangling there. So when my son was swinging his little stuffed Charizard around, he was making air movement, which made the elf move.
Okay.
According to her, the elf was hanging from a string, and the movement was likely caused by her son swinging his teddy bear around nearby, rather than anything paranormal. However, many people in the comments weren't completely convinced. Some pointed out that the movement of the elf appeared slower and more deliberate than they would expect if it was simply reacting to the motion of the teddy bear. Whether the mother's explanation fully solves the mystery or not is up for debate, but it certainly adds an interesting layer to the story. So what do you think happened here? Was the elf simply reacting to movement in the room, or was there something else going on entirely?
Nope. That's number 4.
On October 4th, 2015, a Ukrainian YouTube channel posted a video showing the uploader wandering around the front of Pythietsy Castle, a historic castle located in western Ukraine. At first, the footage seems completely ordinary, simply showing the impressive exterior of the old building. But within a matter of seconds, something unusual appears to be captured on camera.
Какая краса. Супер. Такое с архітектурою.
Oh.
Я собі. Андріана!
Right here?
Андріана!
If anyone sees, camera's shaky, but there was something in
At
that
around the
window.
15-second mark, a strange white figure can be seen appearing
Right
in one of the upper windows of the castle.
there.
What's especially eerie is that the figure doesn't simply appear and disappear abruptly. It seems to
Hold the
gradually
camera
fade
straight.
into view before later fading away again. The videographer appears to notice the figure as well, calling out someone's name several times before the video suddenly ends. Given the age and history of Pirhiertsi Castle, it's easy to see why some viewers immediately interpreted the figure
At first
as a
you think it's
ghostly
a
apparition
cloud,
connected to the location.
but
The castle
in
itself has
that
long been
black part,
associated with paranormal legends
there's
and
no
stories
reflection.
of hauntings. Not everyone is convinced, however. Some viewers have suggested that the figure could have been added digitally, possibly using visual effects and motion tracking to make it appear naturally attached to the window as the camera moves. With a clip this short, it's difficult to completely rule that possibility out.
There's
Even
a
so,
face in the
the
wall.
way the figure slowly
Eye,
materializes and
nose,
fades
mouth,
away is what continues to make the footage so memorable.
an
So
eyebrow.
what do you think was captured in the window of Pirhiertsi Castle that day? Was it a genuine ghostly figure or something else entirely?
Number 3.
This next video comes to us from the UFO subreddit and was reportedly posted to Telegram by Ukrainian Defense Ministry advisor Serhiy Flash Biskresnov. According to Biskresnov, the footage was sent to him by military personnel and was allegedly filmed in May of 2025 at an altitude of around 800 meters.
Alright,
What's
2025.
particularly interesting is that Biskresnov claims this isn't the first time he's dealt with reports like this.
Probably
In
military
a
testing.
previous statement, he explained that after publishing footage of an unidentified object observed by aerial reconnaissance units in 2023, he was contacted by representatives of a government agency that had reportedly been studying such phenomena in Ukraine since Soviet times. He also stated that since the outbreak of the war, investigating unidentified objects in Ukrainian airspace has become more of a military concern than a civilian one, noting that what might initially be classified as a UFO could potentially turn out to be a previously unknown weapon system. With that context in mind, let's take a look at the footage.
Alright, there's, I guess, what we're looking at, or... Okay, because, yeah, right here, I mean... It looks like a Zora star from Skyrim. Oh, there's a face!
I have to admit there's something about this video that's difficult to put into words. The object itself has a very unusual
There's
appearance,
the object.
and the overall atmosphere of the footage gives it a distinctly unsettling feeling. A lot of people in the comments seem to have had a similar reaction, with many pointing out just how strange the object looks compared to more familiar aircraft or drones.
A Zora star.
At the same time, without additional information, it's impossible to know exactly what we're looking at here. Given the ongoing conflict in the region, there are plenty of possibilities that can't be ruled out. Whatever the case may be, it's certainly a fascinating piece of footage. So what do you think was captured here? Could this be some kind of experimental technology, an unidentified aerial phenomenon, or something else entirely? Be sure to leave your theories in the comments.
I was gonna show you the face, but they didn't go back to it. Number 2.
This next video is actually one that I featured on my channel several years ago,
Okay.
and I thought it would be interesting to take another look at it for those of you who may not have seen it before. The footage we're about to watch was filmed on April 21st, 2006, inside the Valentine Museum, located in Victor, New York. The grainy video shows an investigator making their way through the museum, but it doesn't take very long at all for things to become more than a little eerie.
Oh, right here. You see, it's walking. Right here. Keep my mouse on it. And it's gone. Yep. There it is again. Okay, this might just be a different camera.
Right around here, something
Screenings.
very strange appears to manifest in front of the camera,
Yeah, right here.
creating a moment that has puzzled viewers for nearly 2 decades. The uploader later explained that they showed the footage to several people with experience in the field, none of whom could offer a satisfactory answer for what was captured. According to the story, a television photographer even enhanced the footage and allegedly confirmed that it appeared authentic and showed no signs of being tampered with. Whether those conclusions are accurate or not is difficult to verify today, but the story has certainly helped keep interest in the footage alive over the years. And despite this video now being 20 years old, there still doesn't seem to be any widely accepted answer for what exactly happened inside the Valentine Museum that day.
I mean, ghost
So what
just
do you
taking
think
a
was captured
stroll.
here? Was it a genuine paranormal event, or is there another possibility that simply hasn't been considered yet?
Aliens. People moving through space and time. Number 1.
A woman on TikTok known as Peach Assassin 99 posted a video captured on her home security camera system that shows her simply relaxing and watching TV at around 3 o'clock in the morning when
Dogs.
suddenly something very strange happens.
Doggies.
That being said, this is ridiculous. Don't make me think about numbers again. A brave and accurate decision. Yes, aye, Captain.
Right around the 5-second mark, the uploader's hair appears to get pulled upward
Okay.
by an unseen force.
So that's what I saw.
She notices it immediately and quickly turns around, trying to figure out what just happened. But there doesn't seem to be anyone else nearby. Her reaction is what really makes the moment stand out.
Is there
She looks
something in
genuinely
here?
startled by whatever
Or
she
is that
felt.
her No,
A
that's
second
her
video was later
reflection.
posted to her account, this time showing another odd incident taking place inside the house.
I was looking here, so... I mean, things just fall off the shelf all the time, don't they?
Right around here, several books can be seen falling from a shelf and landing on the floor, seemingly all by themselves. The fact that both videos were recorded inside the same home is what many viewers found especially interesting, leading some to wonder if the 2 incidents could somehow be connected. Not everyone is convinced, of course. Without seeing what happened outside the frame, it's difficult to know exactly what caused either event. Even so, both clips are unusual enough to have left plenty of people scratching their heads. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem as though the uploader ever discovered what was behind either of these incidents.
It was the wind.
So what do you think was happening inside this house? Was it a spirit making its presence known, or something else entirely? And that was 17 scary videos. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, then subscribe for more scary content. My name is Sir Spooks, and I'll see you all in the next video.
Yes, if you enjoy the content, please like, subscribe to not only Sir Spooks, but also to me, Crazy Cross Divine. Did anything scare ya? Let me know in the comments. And what are your beliefs on UFOs? And do you want to see more UFO videos than ghost videos? Which, if I'm doing the compilations, I don't know what's in because I don't pre-watch anything. So, enjoy the rest of your weekend. And I'll see you next Friday. Cross out.